Okay, so today I will start on the trade with confirmations. Yeah, today class mainly about trade with confirmation. So when we talk about confirmation, yeah, first you have to know the zoning lah. Okay, for me you have to know the zone. Okay, include today I will talk about the supply and demand, but for the basic one lah. Okay, today I will just briefly introduce and also talk about those basic supply and demand. Okay, and then you got the support and resistance. Okay, for me, this is those confirmations. Okay, before confirmation, you have to know the zone. After you got the zone ready, you have to walk for the wait for the confirmation. Okay, for me, confirmation actually is the price actions. Actually, is the price actions. Okay, which reflects on the candlesticks. Okay, candlestick patterns or the chart patterns. Okay, so today I will cover supply and demand first, and then we go support resistance. Other than that, we cover maybe some of the price actions that confirmations are currently using, which include the candlestick pattern and also chart patterns. Okay, maybe we can just conclude it as market structures also. Okay, but this all I will just introduce you with the confirmations. How can we monitor for the confirmations? Are you guys ready? Okay, if you're ready, I will start with the supply and demand first. Yeah, supply and demand. Okay, let me. Supply and demand. Okay, if you got any question, you can stop me anytime. You can stop me anytime. Okay, first we talk about supply. So you have to know what is supply first. Supply is equal to the force. Yeah? For me, it's a force for the seller. Okay, force for the seller that pushing the price. They're pushing the price down. Okay, so the more the supply, okay, the lower the price. Or you can say that the stronger the supply lah. Okay, the stronger the supply, the lower the price. Okay, supply in terms of seller, yeah. Supply is in terms of sellers. Okay, which demand, yeah, which demand is opposite lah. Okay, demand is a force of buyers. Okay, which causing the price going up. Okay, and also the more the demand, okay, the higher the price. Okay, this is the introduction only lah for supply and demand. Okay, this is theory terms. So how can we identify in terms of technical analysis? Yeah? In terms of technical analysis, that we can just look it at the chart. Okay, in the chart, we no need to look at the fundamental side, which is the currency, maybe the currency strength, or any fundamental sentiment news of the particular currency. Okay, we can all look at the chart only to identify the supply and demand. Okay, first of all, we go to supply first. Maybe I change another colors. Supplies. Okay, supply, we got two lah. Okay, when we talk about any zoning, you can categorize it as two types. Okay, first is reversal. Okay, second one is continuation. Okay, when reversal, reversal usually the price will do something like this. When the price go up, and suddenly it touch some point and it reverse. Okay, so this area we call that as a reversal. Okay, this is a reversal. If continuation usually will drop it. Okay, you got the continuation zone already where the price pull back, entry again. Okay, this is the continuation. This is different type of zoning. Okay, I mentioned about zone. Okay, so in supply we got two. One is reversal and continuation. For reversal, there is rally base drop, which is this one. Okay, which is this one, rally base drop. Okay, in the uptrend, we call it as a rally. Okay, and the sideway area, the place where the reversal occur lah. Okay, this we call it as a base, and this we call it as a drops. Okay, this is the reversal. So whenever the price come back again, you can try to entry. This is much more stronger. Okay, you can just imagine in terms of logic. When the price going up very strong, but suddenly it touches a place, it able to recover, able to counter all the force that pushing up. It make it drop very huge volume lah. Okay, very huge volume. So this one is the very high volume supply. Very high volume supply that causing the reversal lah. So whenever the price coming in, okay, pulling back to the zone, you can try to sell. This is first one. Okay, for the second one is the continuation, which is the drop, base, drops. Yeah, this is a kind of drop base drop lah. This is what we call the drop. Sideways area, we call it at the base. Okay, and another drop. This one not that strong. Okay, for me it's like 70% of supply only. 70% of supply only. But this one is better lah. For me, it's better. It's better to entry in a continuation compared to the reversal, right? Because we know the trend already. Okay, so this one is the at 70% of only, but you can try to entry with the confirmation lah. With the confirmation, you can entry. Okay, but these two require two different type of confirmation. Okay, require two different type of confirmation. For this drop base drop, which is the continuation supply, you only require rejections. Okay, rejection candle, you can just rejections, then I'll talk later lah. Okay, just remember first, for the drop base drop, which is any continuation, yeah, you just only require rejection to entry. Okay, but for the reversal, you require at least of engulfing or break of structures. Okay, or break of structures to entry. These are different types. Okay, so just a simple conclusion. Supply, we got two. One is reversal, rally base drops, and second one is drop base drop. Like how you market the base, yeah, I will show you now in the real charts right now. Yeah. Okay, let me clear all the object first. Okay, just take it as an example in H1. Okay, in H1. So how can you mark as drop base drop first? Okay, for me, you have to mark all the candles here. Okay, from the wick to wick, from the highest to the lowest. Okay, this one I take. Okay. From the highest to the lowest, yeah. Okay, this is how you mark the drop base drop. Drop base drops. Okay, for drop base drop, you have to mark this candlestick, which is the bullish. Okay, you have to mark the base. Okay, so this drop, base drop, so you just mark this one. Okay, I will take it as a last bullish before drop. Okay, last bullish before drop. Yeah, so this area will become the supply zone. Okay, will become the supply zone right here. So after the rejections, you can entry. This is the only minimum. I would say this is the minimum requirement for you to entry in the continuations. Okay. And for the rally base drops, how can you entry is, let me show you first. Okay, rally base drop, let me find. Is there any examples? Okay, here. Okay, this area you can see this one is the rally, right? This is the rally. Okay, and this area will be the base. And this will be the drops. Okay, so how can you draw it? Okay, you can mark it as a zone. Same theory. You can just mark the last bullish before the drops. Okay, the last bullish before the drop. So you can have to wait for the at least bullish engulfings. Okay, at least bullish engulfings. Bearish engulfing, my mistake. Okay, at least bearish engulfing or the break of structures to entry. So when you come to the zone, this one no entry first. Okay, is there any bearish engulfing right here? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so this will be the first one. Okay, this will be the first one. So you can just entry right here, entry the cell. Okay, and then it spike up. Okay, but it's still valid. Yeah, it's still in your zone. It's still in the zone. Okay, it caused another bearish engulfing. Okay, this another bearish engulfing. You can entry again. Okay, so this is how you get lah. This is how your reward lah. Your reward is around maybe. Okay, when you just entry right here, your reward will be around 100 pips or so. Okay, 100 pips or so. At least, yeah, this is the minimum requirement for you to entry for the reversal. Yeah? At least you have to wait for the bearish engulfing. So if you wait for the lowest risk one, for me, yeah, the confirmation lowest risk will be the break of structures. Okay, will be the break of structures right here. This one. Okay, I'll call it a change of characters. Okay, after the change of characters, you can entry whenever it pullbacks. Okay, whenever you pull back, you can just entry. This is lowest risk one. Lowest risk after the forming of break of structures if you want to entry for reversal supply. Okay, understand? This is for reversal supply. Reversal supply and also continuation supply. So that's all for the supply. Zoning also I show you already. Confirmation also I show you already. In what time zone it's appropriate for the bearish engulfing for the particular time zone. So for example, right here you wait, your zone is in H1, right? Your zone is in H1, so you have to wait for the H1 bearish engulfing. Okay, it doesn't logic like if your zone is at H1, you go to M1, right? It doesn't really logic lah. You have to wait for H1. Same time frame lah. What time frame is your zone? Then what time frame you have to wait for the confirmations. Okay. Any more question you can ask now? You can ask now. If no more question, then I go to the demand side. Okay, I go to the demand side. Any questions? If no question, you guys reply, okay, okay, proceed, okay, okay. How to find sell zones? How to find sell zones? You have to find the rally based drops, okay, the rally based drop or drop based drops. Type engulf, the engulfing later, okay, the engulfing consider it as a confirmation. I will talk in more details later, okay. How to find sell zone? You have to find out drop based drops or the rally based drops. Okay, this is the example of the drop based drop, a rally based drop, and also drop based drops. Okay, so for here you can find whenever you got the breakout, there is a sell zone already. Okay, so for example here you can see there is a sell zone. Can see right when you downtrend, you can see this type of movement. This type of movement is drop based drop. Okay, this type of movement also drop based drop. Okay, this also your sell zone. Okay, this also your sell zone. What is the difference between BOS and caution? Actually, I got the video, I think. I got the video inside already. You can just refer to the channels, but I'll explain again. Okay, for your information only. Okay. BOS actually is a break of structures. Break of structures, you have to follow the direction. Okay, it means somehow it's like a continuation. But change of characters, it's mean in the uptrend you find the different one. Okay, you find the opposite. Okay, you find the opposite. So for example, right now, yeah. Okay, right now it's uptrend, right? It's an uptrend. So this one will be considered as change of characters. Okay, and then the second one will be considered as a BOS. Like this only. Always wait for them to retest area before entering. Yes. Wait for them to retest. Can use demand and supply zone if you retest before maximum 3 times. Maximum, yeah. Maximum is 3 times. If more than 3 times, I'm not suggesting you guys to entry. More than 3 times, most likely the supply or demand inside has been clear already. Has been clear most of it. Okay. Any question more? Any more? Okay, if no more, I continue to the demand, yeah. Any more? 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, then I continue to the demand zone. Okay, for the demand zone, yeah, actually it's the same thing now. Also we got the what we call the reversal and also the continuation. Okay, for the reversal, we got it as a drop base rally. And for the continuation, we call that as a rally base rally. Okay, same thing lah. For the drop base rally, it's like this. When the price is dropping, suddenly it touches somewhere and pull up. So for the reversal part, this is the reversal. Okay, for the this one is the DBR lah, drop base rally. And then for the rally base rally, mostly following the trend lah. Okay, following the trend. Okay, this one is the rally base rally. Just the same as a supply. Yes, correct. Boss is equal to break of structures, change of characters, correct. Okay, so these two only lah. These two only for the same thing also lah. This is for reversal. For reversal, you have to remember lah. At least the confirmation you are looking for is bullish engulfing or the break of structures. But for continuation, if you got rejection, you can entry. Okay, same thing, just different thing, just different concept. Okay, same concept, just different thing. I mean, okay, so for the rally base rally, I try to look for it. Okay, rally base rally, yeah. For minutes. Maybe I should go for previously. Okay, for the previous one. Okay, so this one you can see this one as a rally base rally, right? So it's a rally base rally. Okay, you can see this is the rally. Okay. Rally and then base rally. Okay, and then it will pull back. This is the rejection, and then you can entry right there. Okay, can see or not? This one is a rally base rally. For the same thing, you can take the last bearish before rally. Okay, just take it from the week to week, yeah, from the highest to the lowest. Okay, from the highest to the lowest. And then you will see it rejects and you can entry. It is for rally base rally. Then for the drop base rally, see is there any okay, this one. Okay, for the same thing, you have to take, you can take the last bearish before the bullish. Okay, this is a drop, right? Drop base drop. Okay, this is drop base drop, and this one will be the drop base rally. Okay, so after you react to this zone, it form the bullish engulfing. After the bullish engulfing, you can entry. Or you want to take, you want to wait, or you want to wait, you retest the zone, also can. Okay, make sure you got the confirmation already lah. Got the confirmation, you can try to entry. Entry here. Can I have more Koch and Boss examples? Okay, can. Okay, first you have to know the direction first. You have to know the direction first. Okay, when right here, yeah, when this area, you can see this one is the downtrend, right? This is a downtrend. Okay, so this one will be what? After the breakout right here, this will be the change of connectors. Okay, and then you come back to pullbacks, okay, and then come back, go up again. This will become the break of structures. Okay, and then you look for the demand zone or swap zones, okay, or swap zones nearby the break of structures entry. Here is the TP already. Okay, this is the change of characters and also the break of structures. Which time zone you usually use to catch this zone? I will use H1, H1, H4, daily. I prefer to use these three lah. H1, H4, and daily. Okay, this is for supply and demand. How to set SL after the confirmation file? Okay, after the confirmation file here, for example, I just show you the example here. Okay, I just show you maybe this one. Okay, you can see the drop, base, rally, right? So when you pull back here, okay, when you pull back, this show the confirmations. Okay, this show the confirmations of rejections. Okay, so you pull back again, you can entry. This is your entry. Okay, your SL will be always at the below the zone. Okay, I mean below the zone. Below the zone maybe 10 to 20 pips. Depends on your time frame also sometimes. Is it dangerous to use M15 for the DBD ETC? For me, it's higher risk. Higher risk. I will use it as a confirmations, okay, but not for the zoning. Okay, but for the zoning, I would use H1, H4 daily only. Why gold always hunt SL? Gold is kind of volatile. Kind of volatile right now. Kind of very volatile, so it always get hunt the SL. It's normal actually. It's normal. Unless you go to very details to the like M1, okay, M1, M5. Okay, you can see right now the gold actually forming the downtrend already. Okay, this area is actually the downtrend already. You can see last Friday, even last Friday also you're not able to break out this high. It's forming the lower high. So next week I will say most likely go down. Most likely go down. Because it's still unable to break the previous high based on the structures. I mean the valid boss and cost, yes, the valid one. Always valid. What is that not valid? But for sure you have to identify the structures first. If you don't know about structures, I'm not sure you are able to find the right cost or boss or not. Okay, so for example, this one. Okay, for example, this one, yeah, you cannot see this one is a cost. Okay, you cannot see this one is a cost. Okay, this is not true. Okay, you have to identify the previous lower high. Okay, you have to identify the previous lower high. Okay, once the breakout of this level, there is a cost. It is correct one. Okay, and then you identify again the previous what? The previous, this is the high, right? So when you pull back, you break out again. Okay, this is boss. Okay, it boss. So near the boss, you just have to find the demand area. Demand area. This area, and you can buy just like this. Still confident the last Friday go setup? Yeah, based on the structures. What time frame is DBD? Any time frame. Actually, you can apply on any time frame. But you have to know the higher time frame, maybe the lower risk. Okay. So meaning break 1950 will be the change of characters. Okay, right now actually already change of characters, but based on H1 only. The previous like H4, the H4 is the lower, the higher low. Yeah? I would say the higher low is nearby this area. The higher low is nearby here, which is around somewhere around 1945. 1945. Okay, if we break out here, we already have the change of characters. If we break up here, okay, if we break up, for right now already changed for me, but in H1, okay, in H1 only, because the previous high is where the previous higher low will be here. Okay, so already change of characters and already break of structures. So I will just empty the cell here. What time frame DBD valid? Any time frame. Any time frame is valid. Any time frame valid, but you have to know M1 there is high risk because too much of noise already. So I usually just use H1, H4. Trend line for gold H4 its current price is in 4-hour trend line. Let me see. 4-hour trend line. Trend line. Okay, trend line, right? You take from 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one. Oh yeah. But if you take body, how if you take body? If you take body is already break. So this is why I don't like trend line. I don't usually use trend line to identify something of the entry zone or the direction. I don't like trend line. Does end of the month impact institutional to create price movement for these consolidations? End of the month mean the monthly candles closing. If the monthly candle closing, usually the movement will be bigger. Because you can see the monthly, actually you can see the lower week only, but it's actually 100 pips, 200 pips already. When uptrend is still to create higher high, does it mean the higher possibility that it will drop? Yes, higher possibility for it to drop now, but you have to know that if in the uptrend, right? If in the uptrend, okay, it failed already to break the previous what we call the higher high. Okay, this higher possibility for it to drop, but you have to confirm first. How you confirm is to confirm that it created the new lower low. Okay, new lower low. New lower low is the key. Okay, for you to confirm the trend is to low, high, higher low, higher high, or high, low, lower high, lower low. This is for uptrend, this is for downtrend for you to confirm. Okay, so for here, you can know already there is the previous low. So high, low, lower, high, and lower low. So you have to confirm got these 4 structures for you to confirm the trend. We should take body of week. For you to mark the base, for you to mark the base, you can take from week to week. Can we use H1 for confirmation entry only M1, M5, M15? For H1, for H1 zone, I will suggest you to wait for one-time confirmation in H1 first. If you want to precise your entry, you can use lower time frame. I mean, how to find the valid boss and cost again? Just have to know what the structures are. Okay, you just have to know the structures. For right now, like this is the structures for gold. Okay, these structures for gold. So for right here is the low, high, higher, low. Once the breakout here is the change of characters. Can see the breakout. Can see the breakout right here. And then it pullbacks. It pullbacks, this will become the higher high already. Pullbacks, higher low. Okay, then breakout again. Higher high. This is the boss. Okay, so this level is at the higher low level. Monday go gap down possible H1 already break what? No break lah. Let's see lah. Let's see what will happen tomorrow lah. So far no problem for the supply and demand, right? We back to the topic first. Okay, we back to the topic first. So far no problem for the supply and demand, right? Or any questions about supply and demand, but not the goal yet. The mappings will done later lah, after this. Okay, after this we'll complete all this first. Okay, if don't have any questions on the supply and demand, I will continue on the support resistance. For the support resistance. Any questions? You can ask right now on the supply and demand. Any you feel confused? Where we put the proper trend line at the end of the week or the end of the body. Okay, if me, I prefer to use for trend line only lah. For trend line, I would prefer to use just body. I would prefer to use just body. That's when I change into line charts, and then I get a trend line. Okay, I could get the trend line somewhere here to here to here. I could get something like this, but I didn't usually. Okay, I didn't use this too frequent. Okay, trend line for me is just for the reference. Reference. I didn't use it as a confirmations. Mostly I would use it and it got the break of structures. If wick high, what do you mean this one? Wow, so long your questions. If wick high, how can we find the engulfing candles? Okay, the engulfing candles actually is a confirmation that we'll talk later. How do we know where is our supply is, where is the demand is? I see people always drawing demand, supply zone on the chart. Can you please teach how to mark and draw supply and demand? What damn, bro, actually I has been talking all about this. Are you just joining? Are you just joining? I'll just quickly recap for you, okay? I will just quickly recap for you. So for right now, you have to know the supply and demand, okay? In supply, we got two types. You just joining, okay? Never mind, I just quickly recap for you first. Okay, so for the supply, you got two types, which is reversal and also continuation. Okay, reversal, we got rally base drops. Rally base drop, which means the price going up first, and then it doing a base and drops. Again, this is the rally base drop. And for the continuations, you got the drop base drop. Drop, base, drop. For the price dropping, going down, you call it a drop. The sideways is the base, and the drop is drops. Okay, so for you to just draw in the charts, you can just go to the chart. Okay, for example, right now you got the gold H1, right? Okay, for me, I see this one. Okay, either you want to see this one also can. This one also can. For you to draw, I would suggest you use this logic. Just draw from week to week from the bullish candles. Bullish candles before the drop. Okay, before the drop. So you can see drop, base, drops. Right? Right? Okay, this is how you draw the supply zone there. For drop, base, drop is the same. Okay, and then you can see this one is the rejections. After the rejection, you can entry, or you can wait on the zone. Okay, you can wait on the zone also. Okay, so for your question, how can you draw? You can draw by this bullish before the drops. Okay, for the drop base drop, and for the rally base drop, you can just like this. Let me show you an example also. Okay, this one. Rally base drops. Let me find an example for you. Okay, this one. Okay, you can see this one is the rally. Okay, this is the base, and then this one is the drops. Okay, so for you to draw the rally base drops, actually you can just use the same logic. The last bullish candles before drop. Okay, and then wait for the confirmation. For you to enter reversal, you have to wait at least bearish engulfings. Okay, bearish engulfing in this area. So where is the bearish engulfing? I would say this one, correct, can? This one also can. Okay, so after these two, you can entry already actually. Okay, you can entry already. And then this is your reward. If you want to wait for the lower risk, you can just wait here after the change of characters. And then pullbacks on the previous high this level, entry here. Okay, this is how you draw the supply. Okay, for the demand is the same thing. For the demand is the same thing, the rally base rally and also the drop base rally. Okay, for rally base rally, I will show you something this one, something like this one. I got the proper examples. Maybe this one. Will it come back? Yes. Okay. Okay, either this one or you take this one. This one better. Okay, same thing. You can just take the last bearish. Last bearish before rally. Okay, take this as a base. Then when it comes back, it got the rejection, which is starting from these candles. You get entry when it pull back. Entry. Okay, and they go up. Same thing lah for the drop base rally also. For the SL, do you use the last bullish candles before including the wick that add 10 to 20 pips? Yes. That means 20 pips away from your zone lah. May I know why the last bearish? Okay, last bearish or last bullish? Okay, actually the logic is like this. For example, right now, this one is the last bearish. Okay, last bearish before the bullish. Okay, always remember that we trade when it's low. Okay, we buy when it's low. We didn't buy whenever the price going up, right? We buy when the price pullbacks go up. Okay, so these pullbacks actually in candles is the last one. It's the last bearish in the buyers. That means when the buyers is very strong, the seller has to push down sometime to get in the low buy. Okay, they want to counter it. In gold, how many pips should we take our SL? For gold, I would suggest minimum 30 pips. Okay, because right now the gold is very volatile right now, so I will take 30 pips. 30. Any more questions? Did I answer your questions? Did I answer all your questions? For example, especially the Nabzu Kingsley. Kingsley, do I answer your questions? Yes, did. Okay. Any more questions? Any more? As I will go to the support and resistance. Okay, so then I go to support resistance. Yeah. As you guys know, support and resistance, I think this one actually is a basic. It's a basic of trading. Support means the lowest. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you this. Okay, you can just draw a few lines just to demonstrate. Yeah, just to demonstrate for you what is the support and resistance. Okay, so for the lowest price supports, okay, the lowest price, this one is the lowest, right? This is the lowest, this is the highest. Okay, you have to know these two first. Support is the lowest. This is support. This is the resistance. Highest price. Okay, but within this range, you got another range is this one. This is also the resistance because it's a higher level. Higher. Within this range, this is a resistance. Okay, this is the resistance. Resistance also. Okay, and then this also the resistance because it's at higher. Okay, when the price touches the resistance, it will come down with the sellers. Okay, the seller will push down the price lah. Okay, so when the price touches the support, it will go up. Why? Because the buyer push up. Okay, this is a theory. This is a theory. When the price touches the support, the buyer in. When the price touches the resistance, the seller in. Okay, so when you break out this resistance, yeah, when you break out this resistance, with multiple touches like this, you're not able to break this one, it will become right now the supports. So we call it as a RBS, resistance becomes supports. Okay, after it becomes the resistance becomes support, you can buy here. And pull up. It touches the resistance again. Maybe drop again. This will become the resistance. Okay, and then maybe it break out again. Come down. This time it don't have confirmations. Okay, so you cannot buy. In here, in case you got the confirmations right here, you can buy. But don't have, it come down again. Okay, after you break out the support, this will become the resistance. Okay, this will become the resistance. Now it's become the resistance already. So this one will become the support, become resistant again. Understand? So we got four lah. Resistant, support become resistant, and also resistant become support. In support resistance zone, how many touches should we consider before we think that it will be breakout? Okay, for the resistant for you, resistant or support lah. Maximum touch is 3 touch only. If more than 3, most likely it will become weaker and easy to break. Okay, this is just a brief introduction to you guys. This is what is support and resistance. And how can you draw the zone? Okay, here come the point. Okay, here come the point. You have to always look for the resistance. Always look for the resistance that causing the breakouts. Okay, that causing the breakout. Then you can take this as your supports. Okay, and then if for resistance, you always have to look for the resistance that causing the breakouts. Okay, and these they will become the resistance. Okay, always only this. How to draw the correct support resistance multiple time frame to lower time frame? What the fuck? You just focus one time frame first. Okay, you can just focus one time frame first. Okay, for example, right now, I show you how you draw. Okay, I show you how to draw. I show you how to draw. Right now is in for example in daily lah. Okay, for example in daily. Okay, in daily right here, where can you find the resistance? Okay, where can you find your resistance or support? Okay, for support, I will definitely look until this level. Okay, this one is the supports, right? This one is the supports. Zoom in first. Okay, right now this is your supports. Okay, because what? When the price come down, you can see the price come down like this. Okay, and then these breakouts, break out the first one, the first resistance. Okay, it will break out to form new resistance. Okay, and then this is your valid support. This is your valid support. For you to draw valid supports, for you to draw the zone for the supports, I will just use this one. Okay, take the low until here. Okay, or you can change to line chart lah. Easier for you is to change to line chart. Just take the angle. Okay, just take the angle what? The V. Okay, the V. You just mark this one as line and just draw until take the zone until the wick lah. Until the lowest, which is somewhere around here. Okay, this is for supports. This is for supports. And resistance. Resistance. Okay, let me look for the resistance here. Okay, resistance, you can look for this also. Resistance. Okay, you can see this resistance actually got the breakouts. It is the previous supports, and then it break out here to form the new supports. So this is a valid resistance. Okay, this is the valid resistance. So when you come back, show again the bearish engulfing, pull back, sell. Weak valid or not? What do you mean weak valid or not? We are taking the weak. Okay, you want to draw the support and resistance, you have to take from the, I mean this one, if it is bullish here, if for the resistance, you have to take from the open. Okay, from the open to the highest. Okay, from the open to the highest. Okay, if you're asking for the wick is for the breakout, for me actually better for you to look for the breakout of the body. Breakout of the body is better. This is your resistance zone. Okay, this is your resistance zone. Better for you to look for the breakout. At least is the body. Body breakouts. And then this is the new resistance. Okay, this is just for the support and resistance. always look for those who got the breakout. What time frame should we look more clearer support and resistance? Okay, for me, usually I just use H4 and daily. Okay, for support resistance, you can always look for H4 and daily. For me, it as long as it got the not that too much noise. Okay, for me, H1 is too much noise, support resistance really. If you just want to mark the zone, you better to look for H4 and daily. But if you want to mark on the structures, okay, mark on the structures thing, you can go to H1. Okay, understand? Any questions on the support resistance? It's just very easy, support and resistance. Any question more? Else I will go to the SBR and also RBS. Okay, SBR and also RBS. Any questions? If you don't have questions, you can comment okay, right? Okay, then we go to the SBR and RBS. Okay, SBR, RBS, actually not really all SBR and RBS you can be used. Okay, only the valid support and valid resistance being breakout, then you can use the SBR, RBS. Okay, I give you examples. Where is it? Okay, here. Okay, so this one, yeah, you can see this resistance. This resistance is able to break out the S. Okay, this resistance is able to break out the S. So for sure, we have to mark this one. For sure, we have to mark this level. I will use the tools here. Okay, I just mark this resistance. Okay, this is a resistance. Yeah? This is a resistance that able to break out the support resistance. So we know that it's already break out. This area already break out. Okay, this one already break out. That means the candlestick has been closed outside. Okay, the candlestick body has been closed outside. Already break out. So this one only valid for the SBR or the RBS. I will call it as a RBS. Resistance becomes support. Okay, resistance becomes support. So when it pull back, you can try to buy. This is for RBS. Okay, like usual one, yeah, like what is it? Okay, like SBR, yeah, like SBR didn't valid. Why? This one, this show you an example. Yeah. Okay, this one. Okay, this is a support, right? When the price come down and the price go out, this is a support. But this one is not the valid support because it didn't causing, okay, didn't forming any break or structures happen. So when this one break out, when this one break out right here, it pull back, it doesn't respect also, it go up and come down again. This is the not valid one. Okay, this is the not valid support become resistant. This is the not valid support become resistant. Okay, so if you want to look for valid one, I'll show you this one, the valid. Okay, here is a valid one, support become resistant. You can see this is a support that break up R. Okay, they forming the new R. So when it come back, wait for the confirmations, come down. Right, this is the valid one, support become resistant. Okay, so you have to always follow the step first. You want to trade for a continuation, no problems, but you have to look for always the good support or the valid support and valid resistance for you to trade for the continuations. Understand? Or any questions, guys? Any questions? Can just ask right now. So will you share the recording of this class later? Yes, I share. I will share. I always share in the groups. Okay, if you haven't joined, you can join first. Let me pin it up lah. Okay, let me pin it up for the Zoom. Okay, here. Okay, you can click on the pin message. Yeah? You can click on the pin message in Learn and Earn. Enjoy lah. Enjoy the channels. I post all the recording inside already. Okay, these are the findings. This finding is for day trading. Any swing also the same. How to use Fibonacci in the right way? Fibonacci. I'm talking about support resistance, bro. You ask me about Fibonacci. Okay, for Fibonacci, actually my setting lah. Okay, for me, I usually use Fibonacci. For example, like this. How can I see? Okay. We go to like GBP JPY last week. GBP JPY or GBP AUD lah. Okay. GBP JPY lah. Okay, I remember I got to sell somewhere here, right? Let me see. Yeah, I got to sell somewhere around here. I got to sell somewhere around this area. That time we trade for the SBR. Okay, we trade for the SBR, support become resistant. Okay, so for that time, I would say that we're using the H1. Okay, we're using the H1. And you still remember I say if you didn't break this level, that's fine. Okay, I use it from the highest to the lowest only. Okay, I will take it from the highest to the lowest. So this one is our zone. This will be our zone. This level will always the price respect. Opposite. Okay, the zero will always on the top. Yeah? The zero will always on the top. So this will be our zone. Yeah. Okay. For me, Fibonacci is just for like this. Okay, for you to know where the maximum retracement for the price to react. Okay, if you want to mark down this setting, you can just take it. Okay, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618. These three levels, it will be the zones. It will become the zone there, the maximum. If you break through this level, then cannot ready. Is it this level? I think it's somewhere here only. This one. Yeah. Please show the setting again. Okay. It's already default in the trading view already actually. You can just click this, just choose these three. 0, 1 is the mask. Okay, but for me, I just choose 0, 1 and these three level. Okay, for the maximum retracement. Okay, so any more questions for the support and resistance? Any specific area to place and create Fibonacci's? Not the specific, don't have the specific area. Any place you want to create, you can, but have to on the highest to the lowest lah. Okay, for the structures, okay, you have to mark it from the structure to the structure. For example, like, yeah, remove this one first. You want to take it from where? Another example for you. Okay, another example for you. You can take it for this one to the highest. I want to take from here to here also can, because this one is a structure. Okay, from here to here, from week to week. From here also can. Here also can. Okay, as long as it is a structure. Okay, as long as it's a structure. It must have like somewhere like this. Okay, you can take from here to here. You can take from here to here also. Okay, but for me, usually I just take from the highest to the lowest of the structure. I will just place it until this one. The minimum requirement for me to place the swing high to swing low. Yes, correct. KC, correct. Is that example Fibonacci what entry buy or sell? Yes. For you to monitor lah. Okay, for you to monitor the retracement. Okay, for example, right here you got the up, down, up, which is like the rally base rally. So already valid for you to place your Fibonacci's from the low to the high. Okay, so this level, these three level, you can monitor for the entry buy. Okay, with entry buy. So how can you monitor? Is like you have to turn into lower time frame. Okay, you have to turn into lower time frame to wait for the confirmations. Confirmation got, you can entry. But this one for Fibonacci's, maybe I will talk about this next week. So for today, I will just requesting to record locally. Allow, it's okay. Okay, today I will talk about the supply and demand and also support resistance first. Okay, after you guys all clear about these two, I think I will go to the confirmation and then just go to the Fibonacci at last. How about confirmation? Do you use price action? Yes. Price action in terms of candlestick patterns or the structures. If you guys okay, then I will go to the confirmation already. Yeah, if you guys okay and would like to learn about the confirmations, please comment, confirm. Okay, please send a message of confirm right now, guys. If you guys confirm, then I show you the confirmation. Go, 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 guys. Confirm, yeah. Okay, so let's go, guys. Okay, so I talk about confirmation right now. This is the last topic for today, confirmations. Okay, but I'm not saying this is the only confirmation. Maybe you got another, I don't know, but that one I'm using right now, we got got three. Okay, got three only. Okay, first is the rejections. Okay, the second one is engulfing. And the third one is the break of structures. Okay, only got these three that I'm using so far, using to trade, using to entry. Okay, for rejection, actually, it's pretty very simple. Okay, for example, this is your sell zone. If you want to sell, make sure that the price go up and close rejections. Okay, and close rejection. Usually rejection, it won't be breakout like this. It will be somehow like this only. Okay, that is showing somehow the candlesticks. Okay, I'm not sure about pin bar or anything like the name, but it's have a longer wick. The wick is longer than the body, and in red color. Okay, and in bearish, always remember in bearish. This is what you want to look for, the rejections. The wick always always longer than the body. Okay, the wick always longer than the body and in bearish. Okay, for sell zone, for sell zone. For buy zone is just opposite Okay, just opposite. This is your buy zone. And the price coming down. Okay, wait for the rejections. You have to be a longer wick than the body. I use blue color Okay, I use blue color. Okay, have to be bullish. Always have to be bullish rejections. If long wick but it's a bullish candle, is still considered a rejection. Yes, but not for entry. Okay, but not for entry. This is called for the somehow the high risk entry. It's still considered as a rejection, but it will consider as a high risk entry. Any time frame makes sense one Okay, the makes sense the logic time frame For example, your zone in H1, you better to wait H1 Okay, don't like your zone is in H1, you go look for M1. Doesn't make sense H1 most you can look for M15 Okay, M15, M30 still okay, but M5, M1 doesn't make sense Okay, if you are drawn a zone in H4, what time frame you can see the rejection? Okay, for rejection, I will suggest you use the same time frame as your zone. Okay, for example, your zone in H1, you wait for H1 rejection. Okay, if your zone in H4, you wait for H4 rejection. Okay, better to wait in same time frame. Okay, same, yeah, same time frame. Okay, any more questions for rejections? Or we just go to see for the example lah, easier. Okay, we can just go to see the examples. Okay, so let's go for this one. Okay, for this one is like a drop-based value. Okay, this one is a kind of drop-based value also. So for here, but this one is engulfing. Let me look for another's. Let me look for the another zone maybe. What? Okay, lah, supports lah. Okay. Okay, this one is a support zone. This one is a support zone. And when it comes to the zone, how you know you want to entry or not? Definitely you have to wait for the price action or confirmation, right? Okay, so when the support zone is forming this kind of bullish candles, okay, first criteria already accomplished. Second criteria is bullish and also longer wick. Okay, compared to the body, you have longer wick. So you can entry when the price, okay, when the candle H1 close like this, entry in this candle. This is the confirmations. Okay, can use gold as example since the volatile movement. Okay, can. Why not? Go there. Let me see. Good. Okay, this is the previous setup. I don't want to change. Pepperstone. Okay, so for this one, like the rejections. Okay, sell also scans, buy also can. Okay, resistance. Is there any good examples? Let me show you. Yeah. Is there any good examples? Rejections. Okay, this one. Okay, cannot also. Okay, this one can. Okay, so for this one is a kind of resistant. But this one don't have the confirmations. Okay, let me find the examples for you. Yeah. Okay, this one can. Okay, this is the resistance. Yeah. Okay, this is the new resistance. They're able to break out the supports. So this resistance invalid. So when you come to the zone, okay, don't instant entry first. Okay, wait for the candlestick confirmations. Okay, which is the rejection candles. Okay, rejection candles. Right now we got the longer wick. Okay, longer wick compared to the body. And also it's in the bearish. Okay, so when pullbacks, you can entry. Okay, this is the example for the rejection candles. Understand? Can understand? Or any more questions? Any time frame, yeah, any time frame you can use, but not M1, M5 lah, please. M15 above lah. M15 above you can use. Any questions? Any more questions? Else I will just go to engulfing. Yeah? Okay, else I will just go to engulfing right now. So for engulfing, yeah, for engulfing, we got bullish engulfings and also for the bearish. Got bullish and also bearish. So for bullish engulfing, actually the main point is to cover the previous candles. Okay, for example, this one is for bullish. For bullish engulfings, you have to go up. Okay, you have to somewhere like this. Okay, you have to cover all the shadows. Okay, shadows and also bodies. This is the perfect one. Okay, this is for bullish engulfing. You have to break out. You have to break out previous high. Okay, you have to break out the previous high. This is for bullish engulfing. Okay, for bearish engulfing is direct opposite only lah. Okay, for example, this one is for bearish. Okay, so the body right here have to break out. Okay, have to break out the previous low. This is for bearish engulfings. Engulfings, bearish and bullish. The key here is the engulf candles. The candles here or the candles here have to be over, have to close above or below the previous low or previous high for engulfings. Again, we're going to see the examples. We're going to see the examples. See examples right here. Yeah. Any examples? Okay. Examples. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, this one is the examples for the bullish engulfing. Yeah? Okay, for the bullish engulfing at the support area. Okay, this is the good supports and be able to break out the resistance. So when we come back, it's forming the engulfings. Okay, this is the engulfings. Engulfing, and then pullbacks, you try to entry. You can try to entry here or here. Both also can. Okay, it is for engulfings. Let me see, I got another example or not. Hard to find examples, yeah. Maybe we go to H4. Is there any examples? Engulfing. This one is better. This one is slightly better. Okay, this is for the this one. Resistance. This is the resistance, and then this is the engulfings. Okay, and then when you pull back right here, entry. Okay. Any questions? If we saw rejection in H1, have to go back to the some other time frame to look for best entry. You can go, or you just entry. After the rejection, you can choose to instant entry, or you can go to lower time frame, like M5 and M1s to precise your entry. Okay, to precise your entry. So this is for engulfing. Okay, this is for bullish and also bearish engulfing. Okay, another engulfing, we call it as like a bearish, consider as a bearish or bullish. Okay, but this one we call it as the same engulfing. I call it as the same engulfing. It always like this, have a longer wick. Like this one. Either bearish or bullish. Okay, is something like this, but this one is sounds better. Last example hit SL. Last example hit SL. Yeah, this is the bearish engulfing, right? This is the bearish engulfing, but actually you can just entry after this one. You can see the resistance zone. This resistance zone, actually you got another bearish engulfing in this area, and then when you pull back right here, actually your entry should be here, and then go down. This is the correct one. And then another, that one, the engulfing that I'm talking to you is the same one. The same engulf, the same candles. Either bullish, bullish or bearish, bearish. I remember the example is in GBP CHF lah. Last week, I think, last week or last 2 weeks lah. You got the GBP CAD, GBP CHF lah, if not mistaken. Let's see, yeah, this one. Okay, so this one is the one I'm talking about. Okay, bearish, bearish. I will call it as the same engulf. Okay, same engulf. This is the previous support zone because it break out the previous resistance. Okay, but it break out here. But it break out right here, and it form the confirmations of the bearish engulf. So when it pull backs, you can entry. So you got 3 types of engulfing. One is bullish, one is bearish, another one is same engulf. Okay, same engulf lah. So that's all for engulfing. And also for the last one, which is the break of structures. Okay, the last one will be the break of structures. Before I go to the last one, any more questions? Any more questions on the engulfings? For example, like after the engulfing, where should you entry? Okay, for example, like after the engulfing, where should you entry? Okay, for this example, after the engulfing, after forming this engulfing already, right? You just mark the previous candles. The candle that being engulfed, candle that being engulfed. When they pull back, entry. Okay, first one you got your support zone. I know. Okay, this one you got the support zone, and then if after the confirmation form, you just mark the candlestick being engulfed. And this will be your new entry zone. Okay, and this will be your new entry zone. Okay, this will be a new entry zone. Can you mark your SL for that, for this one? Okay, for this one, I will just use 20 pip above the zone. 20 pip above the zone, which is somewhere around 700. 700. Shorts, you entry right after you pullbacks. Your SL will be like somewhere 700. Okay, then your TP. Okay, for example, your risking right now is almost like 40 pips. So your TP will be 1.2. 80 pips. How many pips already? 80. Okay, somewhere here. This is your TP and SL. Can the bullish candle engulf another bullish candle? Yes, can. You got those type of situation. Bullish engulf bullish. Let me find for you. But really hard to find. For example, this one also. Okay, this is a support. This is a support zone. And then you can see this also consider it as an engulf. Okay, these examples. This one. Okay, this is also considered as an engulf. Bullish, engulf, bullish. So you can take the new zone of the candle being engulfed right here and entry. Your SL will be always like 20 pips. For currency, usually I use 20 pips only. Okay, 20 pips away from the zone. Maybe somewhere 4, somewhere 3. Okay, somewhere here, your TP will be highest. What happens if there are no pullbacks and we will miss the opportunity, or it's always waiting for pullbacks? Okay, for me, I will always wait for the pullback. If you're able to sustain the floating, you can instant entry. You can instant entry, but you have to sustain. You go through the floating time. It's very torturing. Okay, and this is all for the bearish and bullish engulfings. And then for the last one, the breakouts, the breakout or break of structures. The break of structures, this one apply in different time frame. Okay, apply in different time frame. Okay, for example, your zone in H1. For example, this is your H1 zone. And then you go to monitor your price actions, your break of structures in M15 or M5. Okay, or M5. You have to wait for the price going up, breakout, somewhere break of structures that forming a new lower low, lower high, lower low. And at this time, when you pull back, you can sell. Okay, I go through the example. It's quite hard to explain here. Okay, let me go through example like you just use the same example, or you want me to use different examples, so can just use GBP CAD. This one also one of the previous setup, right? GBP CAD. Oh, we go up already. Luckily we have TP. I think this one is the last Friday. Okay, the setup of the last Friday one. Okay, so this one I mark it as my previous support lah. Okay, I mark it as my previous support. This is the zone in H1. In the buy zone, where the SL start at the top of the zone or the bottom for the zone. Okay, from the SL, for the SL, you always start calculate from the bottoms. If for a sell zone, it's from top lah. From top, 20 pips, somewhere here. Okay, if the buy zone is from bottom, if buy zone is from bottom, for example, like here, 20 pips. Okay. Okay, go back to this example. If you want to monitor for the breakout structures, for example, this is your sell zone because of the breakout of the support. Again, this is a good support, they're able to break out the resistance, right? After the breakout, this will become the resistance already. And then you can just wait for the confirmation of the break of structures in lower time frame. Okay, for the structure, you can wait in lower time frame. For example, I go to M5. Okay, I go to M5 here. Okay, like here. Okay, in your support zone, they're being breakout, it becomes resistant. Okay, but right now M5, you have to wait for the sell. You have to wait for the sell. So you just waiting for the previous higher low being breakout, pullbacks, entry. Okay, this is a supports. Okay, on low lah. You're doing this low. You have to wait for this low to break out first. Okay, so this is the lower low already. This is the lower low. Okay, after creating the lower low, you have to wait for the lower high. This one you can consider as a high risk entry. Okay, because the downtrend haven't been formed. Okay, always remember that you have to wait lower high, lower low, and then pullbacks again, entry here. Okay, the 4 structures key. Okay, from the high, low, lower high, lower low. Okay, 4 structures key lah. Okay, and then you can entry at the 5th structures. For here, you got high, you got low, lower high, and then lower low again. So your entry can be the lower high in this area. Okay, these are the structures. You can go to M5 or either M15 to look for the structures breakout. Understand, guys? Understand or not about the structures? Okay, the difference between the candlestick patterns and also the structures is in the time frame. But for the structures, you can use lower time frame. In candlestick pattern, you cannot use lower time frame. Okay, that's all for the confirmation part. Do you guys understand or learning something new? Yeah, there's a good topic, knowing how to categorize high risk or medium risk. Okay, for the structures, for the structures, you have to know if it's forming the breakout, give you examples, when the price is going up, right? So if you want to sell, we have to be breakout this one first, and forming new lower low. If you sell here, this is a high risk. If you sell after the lower low again, lower high again, you sell at the fifth one, which is the fifth. Okay, the fifth one, this is considered as a low risk. Okay, this is considered as low risk one. Candlestick pattern cannot use lower time frame. So which time frame is good to use? I mean that if candlestick pattern, your zoning in H1, you wait for the candlestick pattern in H1. You cannot like your zoning in H1, you wait for the candlestick pattern in M15. Okay, you have to wait for the structures in M15. In the trend line breakout, where is the pullback point? Wow, you like trend line, is it? You always use trend line, is it? Okay, so for low risk, medium risk, we can enter full margin. No, never full margin, never full margin. As a previous class, I have mentioned, you have to know your maximum risk is 10% of your account only. Okay, 10% only, 10%. If your account is 100K, then your 10% is how much? 10K. That's all. Where is the pullback point for trend line? I'm showing you the trend line. You like trend line, no? Okay, so right here, the pullback point for the trend line. Okay, so in case, I just use this as an example. Okay, so for right here, you can take the trend line. Okay, one touch, two touch, and then breakouts. Okay, actually trend line. Where the breakout point, breakout, right? Okay, breakout. After the breakout, you should pull back at the point. Always stick to this point. Always stick to this point, but always have to find the combine with the SNR. You can see all the trend line traders here. It didn't trade with trend line only. It combined with the SNR or SND that's better. Okay, you can always find the the confluence point, the resistance, the support resistance. You are forming the point for you for those who like trend line. Okay, so that's all for the today class. Is cover all the support resistance, support supply demand, and also confirmations, and also the structures. Okay, so anything you want to feedback today? Anything you want to feedback today? Is this too boring for you, or anything you can just feedback right now? Okay, chat now, type down your feedback for today classes. And then after this, we'll go to the goal analysis. We'll go to the analysis. You want to feedback anything, you can type now, guys. Do you understand about the class? Type now, type it out, type it out. Okay, type it out. Understand? Okay, very clear, right? I hope that you can just backtest first. Okay, you have to backtest to know all about these structures things. Any feedback, just type it out. 33, oh, left 33. Just now 43, now 33 only. Okay, understand? Okay, that's good, that's good. Keep comment, guys. Okay, or any questions you want to ask right now? Last setup you do the swap zone for gold is ongoing trend. Do you have a lesson of swap zones? Swap zone actually is the same for SPR and RBS. Actually it's the same concept. I show you. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, gold, right? You mean the last Friday one, right? Which one? This one. The swap zone. I don't want to cut out this one. Okay, I use another one. I say you 8 gap. Okay. We will have a lesson about liquidity on the block FPG, yes. But next one, maybe next 2 weeks lah. For max NL, SL 40 for gold, 20 for currency, 30 for gold, 20 for currency. 30 for gold, 20 for currency. Okay, for the swap zone, yeah, I show you right now. I show you right now. That time I drawing this one, right? Okay, I'm drawing this here. Okay, I'm drawing this one. Actually, it's the same one. Same logic only. Same logic for the SPR RBS. Okay. So this one is causing the breakout, right? You can see this is a support. That breakout previous resistance. Okay, so this one is the good support. It's a valid support. Okay, so after the breakout, pullbacks, and then we try to entry, right? Still remember I asked you guys to use suitable lot size. That's why we are not floating. Okay, we are not floating a bit, but I would say it high possibilities to come down based on the structures. Okay, based on the structures in H1 or H4. Okay, understand indeed how I draw the swap zone. Okay, for swap zone is the same as SBR RBS, yeah. If you don't have any question already, we go to the what we call the gold analysis. Yeah? Okay, we go to the gold analysis. Start from weekly lah. Okay. If anyone okay, then comment yes, guys. If everyone okay, then comment yes. Okay. Next week, a high impact news. Okay. What is that? What news is that? Let me see again. What news is that first? Next week, yeah. What is the date? This week. July 24. Yeah. NZD got news. What is the news for USD? Futures. Select country. Custom USD. Okay. USD. Okay. Okay. High impact news. What is that? Crude oil. Oh, the FOMC again. Oh yeah, the third week. FOMC. Pending home shares. Oh, still okay lah. Still okay lah. Not a lot also lah. A bit on the FOMC lah. Still okay. Okay, we go start with the gold analysis. The gold analysis right now, what we can see in this daily, weekly. Okay, from weekly, you can see the previous weekly candles. Okay, you can see the previous weekly candles right here. These candlesticks is not able to break out the previous resistance. So I would say, most likely come here, come to this area. Based on the weekly candles, yeah. Okay, based on the weekly candles, it's still not able to create new high. Okay, it's still not able to create the new high. Okay, like what I say just now, if you're not able to create new high, most likely go down. Most likely lah, but you have to wait for the breakouts of previous low also. Okay, so from weekly you can see it's still a downtrend. Okay, for the current one, it's still a downtrend. For this area over here, for this area, not the bigger one. Like this few months, okay, like this few months is still the downtrend. But for the long term, it's an uptrend. For the long term, it's an uptrend. For this few months, is the downtrend yet. And then we can go to daily. Okay, and then we can go to daily. This one is what we see that. What I say just now, the bearish engulfing, the same engulf. Okay, the same engulf. Can see. Okay, the same engulf has been formed. The same engulf has been formed in daily. So most likely you will say this one could be the downtrend already. Okay, this is the previous resistance level, right? I just mark it simply. Previous resistance level, you got the confirmation in daily. So I would say most likely come down because of the bearish engulfings. But you have to monitor on this area also because they got the rally base ready. Okay, you got the rally base ready, but so far didn't see any good reactions on the rally base ready. Okay, so far you have to monitor on this level. I will change this color. Rally base ready. Okay, and also this area. Okay, the dodges area. Also the rally base ready. This is the two levels that you can monitor in daily. If we break out this level, mostly it will come down. So our maximum target will be somewhere around 1930 for the sell on the Friday. For the sell on the Friday, our maximum target will be somehow around 1930 or 40. If you break lah, if you break this, if you break the first one, okay, if you break the first one. So in daily, we can see it's still a downtrend. Okay, it didn't create a new high. It didn't create a new high. So we just wait for it to create the new low lah. Will you alert us if the structure change to bullish? Yes, I will alert you guys always in the channels. Okay, and then in 4 hours, what we can see here. Okay, what we can see is actually this one. Drop, base drops. Okay, it's forming the base drops already. So that means still the supply. Okay, still the supply lah. Supply is stronger than the demand right now. For right now, mostly H4 forming the new supply. That means the seller is kind of more than the buyers. But have to monitor this candlestick. Okay, still remember this candlestick. The rejection candlestick, the wick is longer than the body, and also it can be bullish. So this is kind of confirmation inside the buy zone. Okay, kind of confirmation in buy zone. But seems it's still the supply, we'll wait first. If another candlestick close bullish again, we try to look buy. Before going down, because our setup is based on H1, right? Our setup is based on H1. So that one is like continuation already. If we go back to here, actually not really because okay, it won't go back lah, because this one, you can see here. After you mark this one, actually it come back already. It already touches this drop base drop, right? It already touches. You already retest. So for it to retest again, actually possible, but low possibility lah. Not that possible for me to see. Okay, so monitor first for the next H4 candle when the market open right now. Market open is on, I think it's on 6 a.m. So you monitor the candlestick is 10 a.m. Okay, the 10 a.m. candles. If in bullish, we have to cut the sell already. We will look for the buy. Okay, if it's bullish. Okay, bullish next candle, you look for buy. If still bearish, then you can look for sell again. Okay, so for H4 lah, and for H1 we see, okay, H1 is still downtrend. It still failed. Yeah, if I close, I let you know lah. Okay, if it's still downtrend, yeah, lower high, this is still lower high. Okay, when the price is create lower high, so I expect to create a new lower low lah. Have to see, have to depends on the Monday markets. Okay, so that's all lah for the analysis goal is pretty simple right now. We have to confirm how we confirm the buy or sell is based on H1 candle or H4 candles. The next 4 candles of H1 or the next H4 candles. How will candlestick be like considered as bullish here at 10 a.m.? If bullish candlestick, then bullish. Okay. If bullish candlestick, then bullish. If it close as bullish, the candlestick right here. The next one, the next candlestick maybe is bullish, then we consider it as a bullish. Okay, if it bearish, then we can sell again. Okay, understand? So right now we just have to wait for the market open. Have to wait for the market open, and then we can look for the direction already. Okay. So any more questions regarding on the goal or any about today's topic? Any more questions? So GC, I can close the position. GC, right? GC. Wow, suddenly you ask GC. GC, which one? GBP CAD, is it? Are you still holding? Holding for sale, is it? GA. GA, I would say you can wait first. You can wait first. You can wait first. Okay, for GA, for the same thing is still in the retracement. Yeah, it's still in the retracement in H4. It's still in the retracement in H4 right here. Retracement level, Fibonacci level, this level. or low battery already. Okay, it's still on this level. If you break out this level, you can cut loss. Mine already hit BE, right? I asked you guys to set the BE, right? Where is it? Yeah, this one. Move SL to entry. Okay, what are the three key of the confirmation you look for? Structures, candlesticks, three key confirmations. Three key confirmation is structures, candlestick patterns, engulf, or the rejections. Rejection, engulf, and structures. Engulfing, rejections, and the break of structures. Suggested to us to break even. What do you mean? After how many pip SL are you suggested to set for the break even? I will suggest after creating like reaching the new zone, the opposite zone. For example, here I just give you an example for GBP, maybe GJ maybe. Okay, for example, we are selling, we are buying. Okay, just an example, we are not entering also. Okay, so for this example right here, you got the supports. Okay, you got the supports right here. Okay, you got the support and you already entry when you touch here. Right? Your SL is slightly below lah. You target your TP as the previous high somewhere around here because 1.1, right? Okay, and then when should you like setting your move your SL to break even? Okay, setting your SL move to break even. Okay, when you touch the sell zone. Okay, this is a sell zone, right? So before you go in the sell zone, you have to break even your position already. Break even in case it just reverse and hit your stop loss again. Euro USD, is it possible to provide the signal? You also provide the setup conference. We can learn more by that. Also, yeah, can. Next week start lah. Euro USD, let's go. Last one, yeah. Got a bit tired already. Euro USD. Or Euro USD weekly, the retracement from weekly. The retracement from weekly. Oh, this one also got the engulf, right? I also got the engulf. So I will target it come to here. Okay, it come to this level. It come to this level first. So focus sell first for Euro USD. Okay, because this retracement actually come from weekly. This retracement actually come from weekly. You can see this one is the previous supports. Okay, and then breakouts. Okay, and then breakout for the supports. This is the retest. Okay, this is the retest. So I would say most likely you come to the previous area, somewhere there, somewhere there. Can focus sell first for Euro USD. Okay, thanks for sharing. Good night. Sorry, going back to the GAs, where should we cut if we keep buying for GA? Okay, for GA, you can take a Fibonacci's. You can take a Fibonacci's from the previous lower high to the lower low. Okay, you can take the Fibonacci's from the lower high to lower low. If you break this level, which is 1.91091 on H4, you can cut loss. Okay, you can cut loss. Okay, so I think that's all lah. That's all lah for today. Thank you for you guys are joining and stay until the last year. Almost 12 p.m. already. Almost 12 a.m. already. Okay, so thank you guys and see you guys tomorrow. Get ready and hope we can fly together. Ciao. Bye bye.